Lovely.
Commentators might need to mute.
I'm gonna do it right now. So, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Yeah. Professionally organized as always.
Yeah. Um, Live for round 14 here in Monza. A very tense championship between the top guys, Stenner, Hiddy, Rocco, between now.
Indeed. Let's see, do we have any lap times yet? We don't.
So I'm seeing starting a lap right now, coming through sector on turn 1 and 2. Pretty good now.
Let's go on board with him through the Curva Grande. Easily flat out nowadays. Tight to the right, down to the second chicane, which name I forgot. Cut the first curb and the second, no oversteer, close to the outside. Went through
There's a
lesson
yellow
1.
flag.
There's mode
Punching
2,
up.
no problem. Okay. I could have been a bit faster through there. Yellow flags in sector 3. Oh, there's a slow Mercedes. Final corner now for unseen. Once again, bit slow through there. And it's gonna be a 119.3. Yeah, still decent.
So 119.3 from one team to start off qualifying. Rocco's going to cross the line.
Oh, easy to beat
119.1.
it. Scar in the Ferrari. Oh, way off.
20.2. Good effort from him. 19.8. 2.19.8s put on the board by Bunty and Rattler. Rodia 20 dead. Belgium's race winner putting down the gauntlet there. And timed 19.6. And the McLaren, I think that must be Mate Boy. No.
Let's see, Ball coming through Ascari.
Here comes
not that quick.
just Chris starting a lap. One Mercedes, Paddy, crossing the line, 20.5.
Let's see what else we got. We got Berre and the Ferrari. Home car, of course.
A 20.5, Ball Boy.
Oh, not too bad, but he could improve
Here
on
comes
that.
Barry. Barry next.
Come on in Ferrari, come on, come on, come on.
Right behind him in the pits.
P4
Barry
for Berre.
goes up P4.
Not bad.
Mercedes crosses the line, that's exact, so 20.3 for him.
Let's see, any other cars? We got Mads still on the lap.
Maybe someone in the pits. They're all coming in the pits now. Cassidy's got to cross the line. See what he puts in. He puts in a 20.1. Goes up to P8 that time.
Let's see. Mads coming across the line. He goes 8 fastest just ahead of Cassidy. And we have, who's that? Just Chris in P3.
Wow. F3 driver.
That's impressive.
And that's really good.
Must have gotten some slipstream from the Haas in front, surely.
We'll look at his sector times. Compare them to the fastest time. He has a 25.6 in sector 1. Wow.
Wow.
And he's quicker than Rocco through sector 2, so I don't think that was any fluke. It's just the final sector was half a second off Rocco. So there might be still something up his sleeve.
That's impressive. Let's see any other laps. Mads is not on the lap, Cassidy isn't, and a bunch of out laps. We got Stinner starting a lap. Late braking for the first chicane, clip the first corner, the second not too much. Hard on the throttle. Flat out through the right hander. Ah, here's some traffic in front of them. Good line through the second chicane though.
So,
And through the Lesmos.
he's had some good time. He's had a good season with Hazidi. Reigning champion of F3. He's getting a toe off Roadie as well, wow. Adds a little extra speed. Looking maybe a 19 dead or 18-9 this lap
Let's see.
for him.
Supporting the final corner now. Right line on entry and now directly back to the throttle. And
So
what's
here
gonna
we go,
be?
it's gonna be 19-1, he does not beat Rocco though. Rocco wins the first round
32,000.
of laps.
Let's see anybody else. Bunty. He's not improving.
It's going to be interesting between these guys. Now, review the
Zero
past
retired.
few races. Just go back to the past few races between these guys. So Haley's got a 32-point lead in the championship at the moment over Stinner. And Rocco is only 5 points behind Stinner, but Stinner's had such a run in the past few races. It's looking really, really good for him.
Actually, I didn't miss it first. What's the weather gonna be for the race?
So it's gonna be a dry quali, and according to news from a few guys, got rain at the start of the race, and it will turn into dry conditions come the end.
That's gonna be interesting then. As Bunty, I mean, look at the gap. That's just...
Oh,
It's
Zero
almost
out
as good
of
as
the
F3 last season.
Zero is out qualifying.
Yeah, he crashed at Ascari.
Oh, there's 8 minutes left. So Bunty, he's on an in lap. He's got a 19.1 as well in. And here comes NSX on scene. He's starting down there, and Cassidy's got a penalty. 5 place grid penalty on the grid.
How did he manage to do that?
He must have had a collision with one of the drivers.
Ah, Edzax, he's lagging all over the place.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's really bad. Look at that. They're just inside of each other.
Wow.
That's unfortunate.
Incredible second chicane from Unseen. He gets a 25-7 set to 1.
Volvo P10.
So it's looking good. So here we go. Strangely enough, not using much reserves this lap.
But he's 2 times
There
up,
he
Unseen.
comes. Oh,
Unseen
yellow
could go
flag.
pole here. And Unseen backs off. It's only in ERS mode 2. He was going 2 times faster though.
Is he going? He must be going for another lap now.
Oh, that was very wide. Don't know if he invalidated
Let's see
that
what he
one.
does. So here we go. He crosses the line. He doesn't improve at all. He's now going for the lap now.
But he was 2
he's-
times up after the second sector, so...
He's turned off his ears.
Yeah.
It's gone now. Just
Something's
Chris. Oh, he's
And it's getting a
backed
bit
off
darker
now.
out on track. There are a couple of clouds now, so the track might get a little bit slower. Let's see.
Track could get colder. Cancel it quickly.
Hello, Luke. Join us. We can have the commentators again. That's okay. You can still join us. If someone would be so nice to invite him. Sperber goes P4.
Edzax has just left. But we got that one random guy who's watching as well, who
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh.
I believe the session is full right now because we have a random guy in here, so unfortunately we had no space.
Oh! Tyne's lost it! Oh! Big save. Big save.
Oh, I see that. That's so close to a barrier. Holy moly. Oh, and look, coach run. Fantastic.
Next hit with Scary, he just collects a bit of the gravel.
But he has no damage, does he?
Spun the rear. He don't have any damage.
Oh, and he's waving in front of the Mercedes there. That's Paddy, so... And
So I think
still not
Paddy
retired.
might be in the way of a few drivers here, I don't know. He might be a bit upset with that.
Stina has retired at the second chicane.
So here comes Rattler, he's on his outlap. Who's gonna win the second round of lap times though? Rocco's out on the outlap here, I think. Or is he on a flyer? He's on a flying lap. Good sector 2.
No, he's on the outlap for me. Must be wrong then.
He's half a tenth off his time at the moment. It's the final sector.
Let's see what he can do in the final corner.
Does quite well. So it's not going to be much of an improvement for Rocco, but see what he does.
Looking at the gaps and he's on the pits. Oh, he's into the pits. Bunty is on the lap.
He could have improved there, but I think he might have lost some time.
Let's see, Regular on the lap. Coming to the pits.
Oh, Bunty! A 25.6 in sector 1. Oh, he's touched the gravel! Oh!
Oh.
He's lost it. That was such a good sector 1 as well.
Oh, unfortunate.
25.6, absolutely incredible.
He has enough time to come back into the pits though, so...
Just about.
Nothing's lost yet.
There's Rattler. Losing the win on the final lap in F3 on Monday.
Yeah,
He's
just because somebody bought out the safety car.
So he could, in fact, jump up to P4 at this rate if he keeps this lap going.
Let's see. He has one more corner to go.
Monday got a 19.5 in qualifying, I think. What's he gonna do? So he's already beaten his F3 time. It's a knocking team 1.
Look at the gaps. The top 4 covered by less than a tenth.
SV Rattler on good form. That lap.
Really. I mean, here's F2 pace, to be fair, so that's to be expected.
SVD Rattler is definitely one of the guys that will surely be going up to F2 next season.
Definitely. Let's see, we got
next
nobody. Yeah. I think just because he couldn't make Wednesdays.
You could tell he's definitely improved massively. That he's fighting at the top of F2. For sure next season he'll be the one setting the benchmark for F2.
Well, I'm not sure if he would set the benchmark, but he will be up there. Together with Bunty and Savo and
He'll be fighting for podiums, race wins, for sure, but...
Yeah, but I don't know if he's gonna be contending for the championship. As Unseen is on an outlap. 2 tenths off the pole time right now.
So Unseen preparing for his final flying lap. Oh, look at everyone just coming out. It's going to be... Surely, it's going to be another scenario. Please don't do this.
Oh, Jesus.
They surely think smart here. They want to try and...
See, I can't watch this.
Oh, if one of those cars slow down on that train, there you go. That could cause a few guys to lose the chance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just look at Hillipar.
look at
At
them.
front.
So, who was that? That was Mads. He's thinking smarty. He's just going by. He's not going to go
Yeah.
for the toe.
6 or 7 cars
them
all
all.
bunched up. Oh, that's gonna
1
be
minute.
that's gonna be terrible. Unseen, however, he is currently on the lap, all on his own, and he's. I can't see the sector time.
I'll check it. His sector time. So 25.8. So he's half a tenth off his first sector best.
Still decent. As our
But
train.
he's half a tenth up on his first sector time from his personal best lap.
See.
So
Approaching
what's
us
he gonna
down
do?
now.
Oh, he's far off in sector 2. He's 2.5 tenths off. Wide. That's scary. Unseen gonna be the first driver to cross the line. They're all bunched up in sector 1. One of the alphas have gone off. Qualifying is now done. Here we go. But Unseen, he's not going to improve. There you go.
Scar retired.
It was not good. That sector 2, unfortunately, but still P6. Wouldn't mind that.
Still not bad.
Now all the bunched up cars going through.
Let's see, we got. Oh! Hiddy spinning.
Oh, Hiddy's lost it!
Oh,
Well, that's it for Hiddy. He's out of qualifying. Now he's in P2 though. Rocco on provisional pole. Is he going to improve?
let's see.
And he's backed off. Rocco's backed off. So
we got
and also
Berre.
Bunty has as well. Berry is the only driver who could do it. He's 2 tenths
He's
off.
off.
He's not going to do it. Just Chris, he's off on his time as well. Rhodey.
Bunty.
Rhodey's up by half a second on his time. Rhodey could get pole. And he has! No, he hasn't! He's validated.
And time has
valid
backed
that.
off too.
Time, he's not going to do it. I thought Rhodey had it in the bag there, but invalidation for him. Rocco on pole
What a
by
shame.
fraction of a second.
It'd be interesting to see if any of those guys have selected any red setup for the start of the race.
I had a prediction for Rocco to win the race earlier on. Might be it. It might be it for him. Can he get a second win of the season? He needs this right now to come back at the championship, but yeah. Your qualifying results.
We got Rocco on
With
pole,
Rocco.
Hiddy and Bunty and Rekla all within a 10th, so that's gonna be a great fight between those 4. Barrow also up there. Yorno, Unseen, and Just Chris, and Pelly and Rhodey in P10 after invalidating his final lap.
It's good to see all the top nine qualifying all to be in the high end of the 119s.
Yeah, definitely. Alright,
That's unfortunate for Rhodey.
so predictions. Your prediction was Rocco for the win.
I'll go for Rocco winning the race. Stinner, I don't know where Stinner is starting actually. Stinner,
Far back.
he's starting right at the back in P16. But it's raining though, so let's see what he does in that.
Okay.
But I reckon
It is
Hiddy is at the moment. So the championship standings at the moment is Hiddy leading the championship by 169 points, Stinner with 137, Rocco 132, Bunty not far back on 124, Berry on 109, Yorno and Tyne on 107, and Bulbul on 106.
Definitely. So
The
your
gap
prediction.
between first and 8th in the championship is 63 points. So
Still decent. So, Luke, your prediction. Alright. Definitely very challenging. Let's see my prediction. I'd say, simply because it's Italy, Berre for the win. I mean, he's quite decent in the vein. Like, he is fighting with his car, but he always keeps it under control, so he could be a good surprise. So Berre for the win, Bunty for second, and Rocco for third. Yeah, I mean, I remember back in last season he was still spinning out at some places, and now he's just consistent throughout.
he was supposed to be an F3, but he got moved up to F2 instead. It was a good decision though.
Definitely.
Sure. He's stood on the podium a few times this season.
Oh, we have a spinner.
Yeah, to get a win. He almost got it in Hungary.
Let's see, maybe he will win today. As we are waiting for the final cars to line up.
He's got one podium this season. Bunty was at Hungary, but still, all the cars just, that was the alpha of time, just lining up late.
Alright, as we are going for 5 red lights and slides out shocking camera angle.
It's a good
Rocco
start
leads
from
the
the
way.
front runners.
Bunty's
got
ahead
that
of
start.
Hiddy.
Oh,
Just be careful into turn 1, that's Hiddy diving down the inside.
Oh
no. Yeah, that was Hiddy just being too eager on the brakes.
And it's the Racing Point driver of Handiji Hanks. He retired straight away.
Wow.
I think he might have caused damage to like.
Oh, Berre going right into the second chicane.
He's lost loads of time. He's lost so many positions as well. He's just lost a whole load. Still making some progress back there. He's in the wets. This is favourite condition from my perspective.
See Hiddy and Rocco. And he's into the gravel, and that's Bunty through.
Hiddy's just been pushed off a bit there. He's just lost so many places tonight. He's just lost a whole 3. Surely that'd be looked at. Bunty is over the back of Rocco now. Rocco's struggling a slight bit.
The top 5 are creating a bit of a gap to the cars behind though.
Just remember, it's going to be getting drier. Bunty needs... Ball boy!
What you doing, Michael?
Run of clean races.
And we got a safety car.
Coming to an end there. He's not out. There's a safety car out then, okay.
Well, I guess we can say that F3 is a cleaner tier than F2. Because our safety car came in the last couple of laps yesterday. 2 days ago.
Okay. Any of you guys need to eat? So time. Safety car always...
Yeah, get some popcorn, lads. I mean, look at the gap between Hiddy and just Chris in P6 and P5. Alright, so. One lap of racing done. That could take us a while. Matey boy retired. As I'm sorry for the blue screen that everybody is seeing now. I just gotta do something really quickly.
You're on. Decides what tyres the drivers go on.
I mean, this safety car might be helpful for those guys to stay out on the inters until it gets dry. Cause if it's getting dry in the last 5 or 6 laps, then you could think about doing 2 stops, you know, one for inters and one for dries, but now with the safety car, I'm pretty sure that has eliminated that chance. No, it's getting drier towards the end, we've been told.
It's gonna be a really, really good battle. Sure.
That was, yeah, Mads for wing damage, although, oh no, yeah, he had wing damage, same for Cassidy. Ball boy with no damage, I think, but I'm not sure. Oh, he's also been in the pits. Safety car should be coming in next lap. I think it's gonna be interesting. I hope that they fix some of the connection issues for the multiplayer. But yeah, I think overall it's probably gonna be better. Especially with a new option to create your own team in career mode. Gonna be interesting. Yeah. I mean, this year already has been great with the detailed suspension simulations and all that, but probably next year they're gonna be even more detailed, maybe some better graphics and all that, so yeah, hopefully some better connection. So it's gonna be good, hopefully. Also for the 2 new tracks coming, of course, Vietnam and Zandvoort. Especially Zandvoort with the bank curves. I mean, that's gonna be fantastic to drive.
Tricky.
Yeah, especially with that. That's gonna be surely interesting. Probably gonna provide some good racing
Pre-order
too.
F1 2020, you have to be allowed access to the beta. You should be. It's what they do with it. Most games, when you pre-order it, you get access to a closed
Safety
beta.
car in this lap.
Take for instance Call of Duty, you get access to a free closed beta.
Yeah.
If you pre-order the game, to try out the game.
That's great. Yeah. You better practice that you don't spin off at the home Grand Prix.
My friend did have the 2019 beta, back along, and he wasn't allowed to show me anything for it.
As we are racing again. We are racing, Rocco gets a good start, Bunty, right on his back.
Get the toe, look at, two things going on behind. See Rackler's on the prow of them as well.
And Rackler, very close.
Oh, heady, late braking, almost outbrakes himself into his teammate. And, Rackler, no! Oh, he's caught up in the melee now, he's P6.
Oh, and we got a Ferrari back there, that's Berre.
No.
Not great for our Ferraris today.
Another position, or another...
Yeah. Oh, and the two Red Bulls tagging with each other, costing each other time. And now look at Chris.
So... Stinner getting passed on the scene. Stinner up to P7. He started back in P16. He could still win this race. He just has to make do with the conditions.
As we got Vekla side by side with Fiona for Ascari. It's close. Oh, Scar retired now. Oh, you know, F2 is always a clean tier, except when it's raining. Then we are just all over the bloody place, it seems like. Let's see, we got the top 3, the top 2 backing away, I should say. Still close in the midfield, we got a Ferrari in last place. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it's not great for Ferrari, unfortunately.
But we do have an Alfa Romeo in P4, so that's a bit of Italian pride.
You have the Toro Rosso fighting through. You have both Toro Rossos up there as well, so...
Oh, still decent.
Good gap for Rocco. Rocco's already 1.1 ahead of Bunty, and Yorny's on the back of Chris as well. Really, really interesting.
Chris is very close to Hoodie. This could be an overtaking maneuver into turn 1. Yeah. He's gaining a bit, but it's not quite enough.
He's pulling to the side. Yorno, he can't defend from Rackler.
Oh, there he goes.
Wheel rubbing,
Hoodie has to go right.
Hoodie's been forced across. He's been forced across the track there, and he's gained an advantage.
That might be removed as Yorno has dropped back massively.
Be removed or manipulated at least. Depends what happened there.
Oh, Yorno made a small mistake through the second chicane. He has Weckler all over his back bumper. If those cars would have bumpers. As we got the two Haases. Haases? I don't know, what's the plural of Haas? Haases? Trading places? So Yorno not comfortable in the red whatsoever. And he's sliding again at the end of Ascari. Ooh, Bunty sliding through the final corner as well. Those guys
So
are starting
Rocco's
to
setting
struggle.
fastest lap here, but Bunty's catching up still.
Look at Wegler.
Process.
He's been forced to the inside. Can make it. Oh.
The
Still
championship's
side by
still up
side.
for grabs here. So he'll be playing really
And now he has
hard.
his teammates
Just
through.
Chris. He's already caught back up to Hiddy. He's going to make a move on the inside. He's going to break too early. And he's gone way too deep. Chris, he goes for it. He's up the inside. He's got past Hiddy at the first Lesmo.
Oh, but Hidivo cutting back. Oh no.
Oh, it's great fighting between these guys, but just Chris a tiny bit quicker.
Yeah. It
F3
almost
driver
like
Just
as if
Chris
he
has
let him through.
overtaken the championship leader.
Yeah. Maybe a F3 driver shouldn't be an F3 driver.
Oh, Rocco's just had a poor run through Ascari. Bunty's going to take the lead of
Just
the race.
the lead.
And
Come on,
Rocco's going to
Bunty.
fall down to P2. Oh, Bunty is on the high power mode as well. You have to have a good slipstream for it. Here we go.
Oh, he goes to the
On the
outside.
outside. Is he going to do a Hamilton? And he's
Can
done
make
it
it
as well.
stick. Oh, can
no,
he?
he hasn't.
No.
Great defending from Bunty.
Some wonderful racing into two Toro Rossos and Tyne still bunched up together. Jorno is starting to pull away now. Oh, that looked like a big one. Oh, that's unfortunate for Pelly. And another virtual safety car. Ah, our second VSC, and we're not even 10 laps into the race. Yeah. Don't think we're gonna get done this evening. And we are racing again. Bunty got a good jump. Chris is quite close to Rocco now. Just within a second. Or out of a second. And we got Tyne. Tyne on Wegler. Going to the outside for turn 1. Wegler keeps it.
So that was unfortunate for Penny, but Rocco's lost massive time to Bunty. Bunty could win this race.
Oh,
It would
Wegler
be
and Tyne,
great for
that's so
Bunty.
close between those two.
He's one driver that's so deserving of a victory.
Definitely.
Oh, time risky
Oh, a little
move.
bit of contact. Oh!
They're leaving room. They've left room.
Tyne had a little bit of understeer and had to correct
Big amount of
there.
contact though. He's still got through.
Some good racing
Yeah,
here between those
Tyne
two.
showing the wet weather skills.
But
Yeah. He's trying to come back, but he's not going to do it. Time cutting a corner, a slight bit there. That will probably add to the jar of warnings that everyone gets.
yeah, Rocco's really dropping off a
Chris
pace now.
has got incredible pace.
Jesus Christ. Let's see. Is he close enough? Not quite. Yeah. But look at that. He gained so much time for the first two corners. It's gonna force him to the outside here. Now he has the inside for the corner. Ah, but he backs off. Rocco's sliding though.
So, just Chris. Is he gonna make a move?
On the outside.
He is.
Oh, that's gonna be difficult.
Here we go. Oh,
Now he backs
Rocco's
out.
not gonna leave an inch there. And so does he.
But he's so much
But
faster than Rocco.
Still, Chris is right in the back of him. There we go. Chris is going to go on the outside again. Here.
Oh, switch back.
Oh, it's so close between these guys.
Brilliant. Oh, he's sliding.
Big slide.
And again.
Oh. Come on, guys, keep it clean. Here comes
Rocco's
Rocco.
on
He's
his back
coming
row.
right back. Rocco needs his place. It's essential for the
Oh, he
championship.
sends
Here we
it.
go. Late braking, he does that well. Rocco defends that position.
That's some great racing here as Tyne does get past Stinner and Stinner picks up a penalty.
Oh,
And Yorno.
there's the Red Bull's gone wide. It's Yorno. It's not Hiddy.
Oh, and Chris. Chris spun
look
out
at
and
Stinner.
crashed.
Oh,
What happened
he's
there?
crashed. Oh, he's crashed out there as well.
And Yorno's still
Just before-
going out wide.
There's a VSC's out the third
Oh,
safety car of
Jesus.
the race. Of 5.
That's a fourth. Third VSC and one extra safety car.
Oh. So we only have one more safety car that will actually come out then,
Yeah.
or just none. You can see the rain has stopped coming down, so track's now going to be drying up.
Probably around lap 15 or so you
what are they going
can
to do?
pit for dries.
Are they going to go for the softs, or are they going to go for mediums when they
The
come
softs
to their
can go
pits?
about 11 laps or so. So,
12 usually.
12, something like that.
Softs could go about 12 laps, the mediums about 18 or so. So mediums guaranteed to do it, softs a quicker option but a risk.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to pit around lap 14 or 15 or
So there
so.
they go.
But it is looking very dry.
I don't think it's dry enough yet. It does look really dry though.
I mean, if you look at the
Let's see.
onboards,
And here comes Rattler and he's in the pits. He's gonna make the change. He's gonna be the first one to come in and see. He's gonna try and help his teammate here, I bet. It's a smart decision for Toro Rosso. I
and we got
reckon.
more guys pitting. We got
Soft
Yorno,
tyres.
Rode, Cassidy.
Those are mediums.
Those
It
are the mediums,
looked
yeah.
like softs, but
They're all in the pits now. Rode, Cassidy, all of them.
so Rattler is on the soft tyres. Rody. So
He's on the mediums.
only 2 of the official F2 drivers actually coming in there. I think those drivers just might have got a
Although,
radio message.
Berre
then.
and Mertz are already on the sticks though. They must have pitted last lap when the virtual safety car came out. Yeah, I mean just look at Wegler. Look at how much you gain
The
compared
RS
to
enabled
the
and
top
surely
runners.
coming in now. Bunty, he's pulled out a good gap. Now it's time for himself to try and make this advantage stick. If he comes into the pits and Rocco comes in the same lap, problem is
Now I
that
think
they're going to trip up against. They're going to trip up over one another.
I
in
think
the
the
pits.
gap is big enough for a double stack, but his teammate is fighting unseen into the
2 seconds.
final corner.
So here we go. In the pits. Yeah, that's good for Bunty. Bunty comes out. And there's Hiddy's got serving a stop-go penalty. So he's serving at 5 seconds. So I
Oh,
don't
and
think
Zero
he'll
has
be
to
able to
wait
get that
for a
removed
split
now.
crew. Oh, does he? Okay.
He's
that's
on the
good.
mediums, Rocker on the mediums.
Let's see. Look at
So let's
Wegler,
look
how
at the
much
tyres.
time
What tyres
he's
are they on?
playing.
Stinner on the softs, Tyne on the softs, Zero on the softs, and there goes Racklew, he passes them.
Oh, and that's Unseen going
Unseen's
wide.
gone wide, he's got a penalty. Hurry on exit as well. Oh, yellow flag. Who's that?
What's that?
Oh, it's Yorno. Yorno spun it.
Not a good rest for Yarno
Berry and
today.
Yorno struggling.
Let's see, so we
Meanwhile,
got...
Bunty's just pulling away brilliantly. 4.2 seconds now.
How? In half a lap. 2 seconds
It's
more.
incredible. And Stinner's past
Stinner.
Hiddy now on those soft tyres. Those soft tyres are going to be wearing out right at the end of the race, and that's where Hiddy could probably bounce back.
If he manages to keep in the slipstream of them, he might be able to get them back. Surely he's gonna get him here. Although Hiddy also has DRS on Stinner. Is it gonna be 3 wide? Oh, and Stinner keeps it, but he's going into deep.
They're both championship contenders, fighting for position there.
And 2 different compounds of tires. Absolutely
Stinner
fantastic.
is absolutely fired up to just get that position back.
Boy getting past Cassidy. And Mads with another penalty. And the gap between Bunty and Rocco is now 5 seconds. 4.8 now. Oh, Stinner has a good run for Oscari.
Rocco is 1 warning away from a pen, or a penalty. Bunty has no warnings whatsoever.
Stinner getting past City. And Stinner will get the DRS here, I think. But Hiddy is getting on Stinner again. Ooh, and Stinner goes very deep. That's a corner cut. But he stays in front. He might have gotten a warning, but definitely no penalty. Ooh, that's close. That was just like Leclerc and Hamilton last season. Pushing him right onto the curb. And now for the first Lesmo. And Rocco is slowly gaining on Bunty again. The gap is now 4.4 seconds. Could be.
It's just the track is drying up a bit now, so the pace is improving. The gaps in distance stay the same on track, but the times are improving, so the times are getting closer and closer.
That's a good time
the
now.
gap's not actually moving much. In fact, it's probably still pulling away for Bunty at the moment, but...
And Stinner just overshooting the corner slightly once again, so he's having problems getting his car to slow down. And surely time will prevail now on those soft compound tires. Although Stinner also has the softs, I just noticed. Yellow sector 2, that's Rekla. Rekla spun. Oh, that's unfortunate for him. He spun on Monday, he spins again. Actually, did he spin on Monday? Or did he lock up? Something like that. Ah, that's unfortunate. See, we got Yono and Ballboy.
Look at Tyne, he's catching up to Rocco now. Same with Stinner, they're both following each other. Those soft tyres will be starting to go off for about lap 21. Lap 22 maybe.
Showed.
They'll start to degrade by probably lap 24. The mediums will be a bit quicker.
Yono getting past Ballboy.
Bunty now pulling away, he's at 5 seconds again.
So it's all calmed down now, although Yono and Ballboy are still fighting. That's interesting, seeing Ballboy actually fight for position for once.
He's fighting with the race winner of Spain, SX Yono.
And Stinner is only half a second away from time now, 4 times. So he's starting to push again as Rekla is getting past Cassidy.
We have so many different winners this season. It's been incredible. We've had Rocco, Stinner, Hiddy, Brody, Yono, and Berry, just to name a few.
That's quite something.
And Dylan early on in the season, but no longer racing. So we have 7 different winners this season, which is crazy. Up to
Almost as good as the 2012 season, with 7 different winners in the first 7 races.
And Dylan sort of did dominate the first half season. Second half though, drivers now being able to show themselves. Some good performances. Stinner picking up 2 wins.
Not too much happening at the front. Some nice battles in the midfield though.
Believe it or not, we've had 8 different winners this season.
That's quite something.
And it could be a 9th different winner today. The gap's down to 3.4 seconds. There isn't a bit, but let's see what's will happen. Rocco absolutely using everything. He's trying to avoid the cars behind.
I'm just watching that right now. They're really pushing each other. Around the outside of a chicane. Oh, and Weckler lost it. Oh, and he makes contact with Cassidy.
Oh no!
Oh, he just T-boned him.
Oh. Come on, guys. Okay, so there's actually 9 different winners. My mistake.
Yeah, then look at the 3 where we had like 3 guys. Cassidy has damage.
Cassidy is a bit...
Yeah, Cassidy's left side of the front
Yeah,
wing is
he'll
gone,
definitely
right
have
side
to
is
pay
gone.
that. He's lost
End plate. Yeah.
front wing, end plate, and foundations through.
And Stinner
So,
is very close to tying again. Just 3 times.
so Rocco's pushing very hard now. He's still on 2 warnings, that's his risk he's taking. Bunty's on 1.
Tyne is sliding around a little bit.
None. Tyne's got no warnings, Stinner's got a penalty. Hiddy's got a penalty. Zero has not got anything, and Unseen's got 2 penalties. Rody's got a penalty. And I think that's 8 seconds worth of penalties for Yornu and a 3-second penalty for Bullboy. So there's a 2.8 second gap now. If Rocco could get within if you could get 1.8 seconds closer,
Look at his
it might be easy for him.
at his ERS, he only has 2% left.
And Tyne's struggling to catch up to Rocco now. The gap is not closing down as fast as
I mean, if you watch Tyne through the second sector from Stinner's onboard, you can see that he's sliding quite a bit through the Lesmos.
They've been on those tyres for quite a few laps now. They've been on those tyres since lap 14, I think, or lap 13.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to lose pace. We ain't gaining that much on Rocco anymore. But Hilly isn't coming closer either. Oh, look at Stinner now. He might be close enough to Tyne. But he doesn't put his ERS into overtake. No, he's not going for it. I mean, if Stinner manages to finish on the podium, that's gonna be very great, and Tyne's within 1 second to Rocco now.
It's gonna help Stinner and Rocco in the championship. Hiddy leading the championship, P5. He'll probably still be happy with that. Even if it ends up like this, it depends if the softs go off. Rocco's losing time to Bunty and has just picked up a penalty. And there's a yellow flag set to...
That's
Who
Yornu.
is that? It's Yornu spun at the chicane.
Oh, look at Stinner. He's gonna get Tyne right
And
here.
Cassidy fastest lap. If Bunty completes these next 2 laps, he should be safe. As long as there's nothing that happens. Everyone please keep it on track.
So,
We have 5 retirements.
but Stinner is in ERS mode 0. They're both saving energy.
And here comes Unseen just passing Zero in the straight easily. Zero slots in behind.
Let's see, Rocco has pretty much no ERS left. Just 16%.
A 5-second penalty for mad speed in the pit lane. He's going for the fastest lap here. smart move with the gap he's got behind him. It's unfortunate the race hasn't gone to plan today. Been a completely crazy race.
Time will get DRS here. Stinavo. Yeah. But he's saving a lot of energy here.
Look how close they are though, it's
more.
going to be a great battle at the end of the race. Tyne's going to have P2, net P2, off penalties at the moment.
Oh, tiny sliding through the first Lesmo.
Ooh.
That was a big slide.
It hasn't affected him much. He's lost a bit of time to Roku, and Stinner's pushing as far as possible to get close, but he's not going to that time.
Oh!
Oh! Oh no!
And look at Hiddy coming from behind now.
Oh, can Time recover it? And he's gonna get... I think he might get DRS. No, he won't.
He's just outside.
So we're on lap 26 now. Bunty doing a great job out front. Safety car cannot come out now. Only a virtual, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
But if the safety car did come out, it wouldn't really affect any result anyway.
Although Hiddy might get past time though. I mean, just look at how close he is now. 5 times. And Tyne cuts the chicane.
Oh.
He has to go defensive
Tyne's
now.
got past him. Oh. Wow. That was a bit aggressive from Tyne there. Yeah, those softs have definitely gone off. The softs have definitely gone off here.
Won't be outside.
Mads crosses the line and he gets the fastest lap. Hiddy getting past Tyne up to P4. That hasn't helped anyone at all really concerning Stiller and Rocco. It will be a 3 point extension. No, it will be a 3 point deduction of that gap from Hiddy at the moment. And the gap between Rocco and Stinner will come down to 1 point. P2, the championship.
Let's see, can Tyne do anything on that last lap? No, I don't think so. He's a second off.
Yeah.
It's gonna be P5 for him.
Yeah, he's losing way too much time on his tyres. Oh, he's gained a bit though. I think Hiddy might have made a mistake through the chicane. Oh!
Ooh.
Almost
Sliding
crashes there. And Hiddy does the exact same out of the second Lesmo.
They just gotta carry it.
Isla Bunty just cruising through a Scary chicane, not have to push it. He's a 3.1 second gap at the moment. He's going to come across into the final corner. Finally, long time for it. Bunty wins the Italian Grand Prix
Absolutely
in dominant fashion.
See, Stinner.
Rocco will come over second, Stinner P3, Hiddy will go down to P5. The gap is going to come down a bit more then. So it's going to be a 27-point gap come the next race at Singapore.
Unseen in P7.
That Hiddy has over Stinner. Rody P8. Beric holds on P9. Yorno Sovine P10. Bulbury
Jumps
goes up to
Yorno on
P10
penalties.
Rapper P12. Mads will take P13 and a fast lap.
Mads is still pushing though. Well. He's still pushing for an even faster lap.
Will we get another fastest lap?
And same with
Cassidy. He's got 21.4 at the moment. Really good lap.
Ooh,
really
he's going very
He's not going to
wide.
risk that. Mads coming P13 with a fastest lap. Cassidy, he's 7/10 off. He won't improve this fastest lap, but anyways, great race.
Yeah.
Well done
it was a good one.
to all the drivers today. I'll need some suggested people. I'll invite as many people as I can. $41.
So that's Bunty's first win of the season then.
That's Bunty's first win of the season, his second podium of the season. He got podium back in Hungary, almost won that. Stinner just beaten to the line. But anyways, let's get the drivers in.
Alright. Thanks for helping us out, mate.
Thanks for commenting. Yes. And Rocco's gone.
Where's Rocco gone? See ya.
See ya.
You too.
I don't think Rocco likes interviewing. I've invited 8 people. You guys could suggest more, but anyway, Bunty, race winner, Rocco P2 and P3. Yes. Anyway, let's get the drivers in. And here's the race winner.
Mr. Bunty himself. Actually, just let me unmute a lot.
Hey, at the moment, I didn't really think it would happen at the very start. I was just in quali. It was so close at the top. I was just thinking, especially with rain at the start of the race, I knew that probably there'd be some mistakes by drivers, so I just kept out of trouble in the first opening laps of the year. Just managed to overtake Rocco on the inters after he made a mistake into Ascari. And then from on there, yeah, I just...
It was quite simple, wasn't it?
It's simple, but... Yeah, just one loss and I could have been in the wall. But I'm just so happy that I didn't make many mistakes, I would say.
Well, I'd say that it's a really dominant drive from you.
Thanks.
It helps you a bit in the championship as well, not far
definitely
off the top guys. But Singapore is the next race next week. I'm guessing you'll probably want to be going for two for two.
Maybe, but I was practicing with my teammate Zero, and he's very quick. So I know a lot of people are extremely quick around Singapore, but I know there can be a lot of chaos. Yeah, just don't get any time penalties. I wouldn't say it's my best or worst track. Yeah, as long as I just stay out of trouble and stay near the front with the likes of Hiddy and Rocco, I should be good. But yeah, I'll try and go for another podium. I think at least next race. That would be nice.
Well, by all means, congratulations
Thanks
on the victory, and yes, see you in Singapore.
See ya.
Alright, moving on then. Do we have Rocco in here?
He's left.
Well, shit.
I'll have to invite him again.
P3, Mr. Stinner, if I'm correct. If he is here.
Yeah, hello. Hi.
Alright. Stinner, surely, without even looking at your comments, driver of the day, starting from P16, finishing in P3. That's quite impressive. How'd you do that?
Yeah, I'm still amazed how this race has turned out, but yeah, I took it very, very cautious in lap 1, and I had some great overtakes, people struggling with traction, and I had grip and had great traction. Yeah, it was amazing. All the battles were clean, so GG to all the guys who I battled with. So yeah, it was a great race. Fortunately, I had a penalty, but yeah, had a lot of fun.
Alright, so moving on to Singapore for next week. You think you'll be showing some similar pace there?
Well, normally I do struggle at Singapore because of the tires overheating, but maybe if I'll play the long game and go for the hard tires, it could be good, but it's not one of my favorites.
Alright, mate. Best of luck for next week then, and congratulations on the podium today.
Cheers, man, and thanks for commentating.
You're welcome. Who's next? Yeah, right, Zero in P6. So, you started in P... Let me think.
17.
Yeah, P17. P6, still a decent result.
Yeah, it's better than what could have been. Had pace after the pit stop, but then the tire just went away and started to lose so much time that I just started to play it safe in the end and bring home some points finally.
Yeah, of course, if you wouldn't have crashed out in qualifying at Ascari, where do you think you would have finished otherwise?
It's difficult to say, really. I started to have the same kind of issues like at the end of the race that I felt like I was gonna spin at the exit of Ascari, but decided to just play Ascari safe and don't over rev the car and spin the tires, so.
Oh, that's unlucky. So, moving on to Singapore next week. How do you think you're gonna do there?
Literally my last chance for a podium this season, in my opinion.
Ah, come on. There are plenty of others.
Yeah, but just on raw pace alone, like, Singapore is the track that I have put the most time in and feel the most comfortable in, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens then.
Yeah, you are quite quick around Singapore, so we shall see. So, best of luck for next week, and well, yeah, congratulations on that recovery drive today.
Thanks.
Next up would be Mr. Unseen.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, Unseen, starting in P5 or 6, something like that, and finishing in P7. Could have been better for you.
Yeah, there was nothing majorly wrong, just a hell of a lot of little tiny mistakes all built up. That's how I managed to get the 6 seconds worth of penalties and lose quite a few places. Wasn't overly fast in the wet conditions or the greasy conditions immediately after the pit stop. But with about 10 laps to go, I started getting in the groove, and all those stupid safety car things stopped popping up on the screen. So I was able to get in a flow, and at one point I was lapping at the same pace as the guys in first and second and third. But by then the damage was already done. It's a little bit too late.
That's unfortunate. So looking at next week's race at Singapore, if it doesn't rain too much and if you get a good qualifying and all that, how do you think you will be around there?
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't rain, we don't have too many safety cars.
I mean, it's a street circuit, so...
Yeah. I'm guessing not too well. I think I need to work on my rhythm, getting back into the rhythm of things, and safety cars and the weather keep disturbing that. I think it's just going to come with a bit more time. I haven't been back for long, so I'm really happy with 7th today. So
You'll get there eventually, mate, so... Yeah, congratulations on P7 today and best of luck for next week.
thank you very much. Thanks for commentating, guys.
You're welcome. Next up, let me have a look. Who do we got? We got Ball Boy or Rody? One of the two. Okay. Ah, yeah. Okay. So Rody. To be honest, we haven't seen too much of you. So more or less a quiet race. P8. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy, sort of, but at the start I didn't have any lights on, so I dropped back to basically last place, and then I hit the pit wall because I don't know, there was an incident with Pelly who went really slow because he had no front wing and wanted to go in the pits, so I fully hit with 300 at the pit wall. So I don't know how my car survived that. But in the end, great recovery, and in the slippery conditions on the mediums, I was really fast, I think, one of the fastest. But I didn't have the pace on the dry track, unfortunately.
It's unfortunate. So, without those unfortunate incidents, you think you would have finished up higher up the grid?
Yeah, I think I would have challenged maybe Unseen and Zyro, P7, P6, or a bit higher.
Okay. So moving on to next week then, in Singapore, how do you think you're gonna perform around there?
I don't know, depends on how much practice I'm gonna put in, but I think I'm going to aim for a top 5 finish.
Alright then. Best of luck for next week and congratulations on
you.
P8.
Cheers. Thanks for commentating, guys.
You're welcome. Next up, we have Mr. Counting to 1 million. Mr. Ballboy.
Hello.
You don't sound very happy.
Well, I mean, I got 10th, so it's not like I was battling for a podium or anything, but yeah, had a few incidents as well.
But also a few nice battles with Yano, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, I wasn't. I let him through both times. He was much quicker, but with Cassidy, there was a bit of a battle that happened for a few laps at the beginning. But I think the main talking point really is at the final corner on the first lap when I got hit, and that I thought it would ruin my race, but actually it turned out it was alright in the end because the safety car was out, so I pitted immediately. Cut the first corner one time, got a 3-second penalty, and also when I came into the pits, I think Rody's car came across and somehow I managed to get a penalty for that, but Yep, just try to not get any more damage, no more corner cutting penalties, and I gained 1 position, so went P11 to P10.
Alright, decent. So, yeah, without that unfortunate incident on the first lap and a few minor incidents later on, you think you would have finished somewhere higher up, like maybe P5 or a podium?
I think without all those things, I'm not sure P5, but maybe like something a bit higher, so maybe P8 or something. But yeah, I don't think I was good enough today for anything higher, so I'll take P10 and move on to the next race.
Alright. So, moving on to the next race then, Singapore. How do you think you're gonna be around there?
Same as always, just battling for like the bottom half of the top 10, probably, so I'd be happy if I got into single digits, so any position from P1 to P9 would be nice.
Yeah. So, P1 for sure. Alright then.
Yeah.
Best of luck for next week and congratulations on your race today.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And the final person, I believe, is Mr. Matt, who finished in the second to last place.
Yes.
So, impressive performance once again.
What, sorry?
Impressive performance once again. How... what happened?
I don't know. I cannot drive in the wet, let alone bad conditions and flat tires. So yeah. I used to forget. I pitted early, I followed there in the pits, to put on mediums of course. I put on the half instead. And hard tires in those conditions was as close to possible for me to manage, so yeah. Not really happy with anything. I got the fast lap. I'll take that any day.
Well, that's one positive to take. Yeah, so of course next week Singapore street circuit very tight. You think you can maybe capitalize on any incidents ahead of you?
I just want to get a top 15. It's Singapore. If I don't crash off, I'll probably get points because of other people crashing off.
Alright then.
So yeah, I'm not very positive at the moment, but I have no need to be. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get a good result, a decent result, at least in Singapore.
Nah, you get there eventually. I mean, you won the race last season, so we expect the same again.
Yeah, that's not a penalty, not on the rule.
Still, win is a win. So, yeah, congratulations on today and best of luck for next week.
Thank you, and thank you for stepping in once again, Seymour.
Yeah, still waiting for my paycheck.
You will not get, no, you'll not get paid. But thank you anyway.
One day. Alright, I think that's everybody interviewed. Oh, we got Pelly, yeah, right. Almost forgot. Pelly, who retired at the Cova Grande. What happened there? That's unfortunate. So without
I think our tires just touched and you just lost it after that.
So without that incident, where do you think you could have finished? Yeah, that's a shame, but we're still next week, Singapore. Tight street circuit. How are you gonna perform around there? Alright then. Best of luck for next week then, and commiserations for today. Alright, I think that was everybody. Or do we have anybody else in here? We have Marcina in here, but he is not important.
What do you expect for tomorrow's race?
Couple of pizzas and probably some ice cream.
Fair enough. Alright. So, we have 2 race and 2 interviews done. Please do tune in tomorrow at 7 o'clock or 19 o'clock, 7 PM UK time. That's what I want to say. For the F1 race. Yeah, for the Italian Grand Prix in F1. Commentated by, I don't even know by whom. I think
FRL and A. Steven.
Ah yeah, and Steven, right? And yeah, with that being said, if nobody else wants to say anything, goodbye, and until next
I'll say
time.
it's a 10th different winner.
Oh yeah, it's our 10th
races.
different winner in F2.
So...
T-Hawk, could you say I'll be back?
No. No.
Yes.
I'm gonna come back to you next season, right? I'm gonna be in fucking F2, I swear. Alright. With that being done, have a nice evening everybody, and goodbye.